the fourth and final room, which was insane. I mean, insane. This is probably one of the coolest rooms I've ever been to. What is up, guys? It is Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Sunday, June 5th. It is the first day of WWDC, and it's really the welcoming where you can come and pick up your credentials. I want to share with you really what the experience was and the swag bag, which is actually going to be pretty cool. But I think I need to turn this light on. Give me 1 second. Okay, that should be better. So let's talk about what the experiences is. So there's some pretty cool stuff here in the swag bag. We have this Swift bag for WWDC, all in black, and we see here it's got the Swift logo in there, which you see in the WWDC invite. We have 2 facial masks, which are required. Now, when you come here, you actually have to provide a negative COVID test to Apple in order to attend before they'll even give you your credentials. So you have the 2 face masks. This is kind of cool. You get a WWDC hat with the Swift logo on there. That's actually really cool. And it says WWDC 22 on the outside of the hat. This is Velcro. I don't know about the Velcro, but it's still kind of cool. Let's see here. We have some Kiehl's, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Ultra Facial Moisturizer. Not really sure, that's kind of out of left field, but hey, developers need soft skin too. We have an all white water bottle from, this is Swell, so these are actually really nice. I have the black one and it's taken a beating. I have the black one. It took a beating since 2018 when I got my last one, so this is very nice. And then I think the other thing here, yep. So we have the WWDC 22 pin set. So we have hello on the globe key. We have 2 peace sign emojis, Swift bird. We have an emoji with a hat on, WWDC, the accessibility logo in 5 different colors, and then the Apple logo. All very cool as well. In addition to the Apple Park Store Visitor Center, the Apple Park Visitor Center has some new gear, which we're gonna see here. Okay, so first we have this tote. And, sorry. So we have this Steve Jobs Theater tote for Apple Park. Very cool. Now that same logo is on a t-shirt as well. And then we also have the Apple logo in 6 colors. I think this is not new, but they also had this Apple Park. They had this one. They had a picture of the campus, like the glass going around, in addition to the tree at Apple Park, which is the original tree, I think from HP, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. And we have the 6 color shirt as well, which is very cool. Speaking of 6 colors, I do have some more 6 color Apple stickers to give away. Comment down below retro and I will pick 6 random winners for that. This is actually really cool. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna keep that one. So the developer tour that we went on today was actually very cool. It's the first time Apple's opened it up to the public, but the Developers Center is right next to the Visitor Center, and it's maybe a short 5-minute walk. After you get to Apple Park, you provide them your credentials, you show them your ID, your proof of vaccination, your proof of negative COVID test, and your WWDC badge. Once you get that, you're walked into the Developer Center, which is maybe a short 5-minute walk. After a few minutes there, you finish your registration, they take your picture, and you go on this short, maybe 15-minute tour, which is very cool. And it's cool because there are several meeting rooms in and around the Developer Center. All of them are named after a macOS release. So there's Puma, there is Catalina, there is Big Sur, which we'll talk about more in just a few minutes. But each of these meeting rooms or breakout rooms have a certain focus. So the first room we went to was focused on accessibility. The second room we went to was focused on apps with spatial audio. The third room we went to was kind of like more of a general meeting room that had a very big Dolby Vision display in it for content. And then the fourth and final room, which was insane. I mean, insane. This is probably one of the coolest rooms I've ever been to. It has a huge Dolby Vision HDR screen where they do presentations to developers. They do also these meet and greets as well. So I thought that was probably the coolest thing, but probably the best part about that room was, one, going into the control room and seeing all the different controls for the audio visual. So they let us into the room, couldn't touch anything, of course, because we didn't want to break anything. But they let us into the room, see all the different panels, what was able to control. They have these two 4K HDR cameras that are on, not gimbals, but they're on tracks. They basically kind of pan back and forth. And this is actually what they use to control the experience during a live event. So it's very, very top notch to say the least. Anyways, once you leave that room, you go into the theater and you really just experience this presentation. They talk about the room itself. The room itself has this expansive, they didn't actually quote the size of the display, but the display itself is HDR. It looks like it's OLED and it supports 16 million colors. It does go from very high brightness to very low brightness, and that brightness can be concentrated in different parts of the screen. So you can have something where it's high contrast, giving deep blacks and bright brights or bright whites, where you can have that contrast where you couldn't have that before on a normal display. Additionally, you can add different targets, so you can add different sources on that display. So you can have maybe a video display coming into that feed as well, in addition to maybe an iPhone or an iPad, and all that's being fed by a Mac Studio with a 32-inch XDR display, which is also really cool as well. They have a few other devices that are there on the side, which they call the wing. It also supports, or has the availability to support, like fireside chat, where there's two different chairs in a conversation, like how we are having right now. But that room is actually very cool, and it really, I think, underscores the commitment that Apple has to developers in improving those relations, and for good reason, right? Obviously, they want to not get on the bad side of developers. They want to continue to, I think, operate from a non-monopolistic perspective, and which only serves them better. But the Developer Center was very cool, and I thought it was a really great experience. So I wanted to give you guys an update on that. Let me know if you have any questions about the Developer Center down below. Tomorrow's WWDC. Let me know also what you are most excited for about at tomorrow's event. Depending when you're watching this, the event might already be live, but otherwise, I will talk to you guys in the next one.